All right, welcome back in, football fans, here on Audio Sports Online. I'm Rob Kendall, along with Lec Zorn, bringing you today's 5th grade championship game for the Fishers Hamilton Southeastern Youth Championships, and it should be a very exciting contest, as we've seen 2 great games so far today. And Lec, here we go, just about ready for the 5th grade game today, as both teams getting ready to head onto the field. Still got about 5 minutes up on the clock. And we'll do our best to get through the rosters here for you. We've got Ohio State taking on Army, and let's go ahead and let's get you at least the Ohio State roster here. Number 6, Anthony Harris. 7, Leo Morrow. 10, Isaiah Giles. 12, Elon Savage. 18, Jason Johnson. 28, Noah McPeak. 33, Parker Purdue. Number 40, Brett Bizak. 43, Dieter Ham. 44, Jack Brown. 48, Ty Linser. 55, Ethan Wilson. 56, Justin Malavy. 80, Jack Aseki. 90, Cooper Gordon. And 99, Pierce Mashak. And we'll try to get some clarification on those name pronunciations here in just a little bit. Head coach for the Ohio State squad is Joe McPeak. And now for Army, we've got a handwritten roster here, so we'll do our best to get these right. We've got 7, Braden Myers. 10, Joe Cirrus. 12, Landon Shipnell. Landon Schnippel. We'll try to get the pronunciation on that again. 18, Owen Cantel. 28, Sam Anderson. 30, Zach Bricker. 33, Jake Pruitt. 43, Nick Farah. 44, Connor McNeff. 48, Peyton Warner. 50, Micah Derer. 51, Yash Shah. 56, Zach Lang. 58, Aristotle Crean. 99, Brady Blay. And 80, Ben Kruer. So those are our rosters as best we can get them, and we'll pause for the national anthem.
Number 6, Anthony Harris. Number 7, Leo Morrow. Number 10, Isaiah Giles. Number 12, Elon Savage. Number 18, Jason Johnson. Number 28, Noah McPeak. Number 33, Parker Purdue. Number 40, Brett Bizak. Number 43, Dieter Ham. Number 44, Jack Brown. Number 48, Ty Linser. Number 55, Ethan Wilson. Number 56, Justin Lay. Number 80, Jack Osecki. Number 90, Cooper Gordon. Number 99, Pierce Meshach.
So those clarifications on those, it is Bizak, Malave, and Oseki. So we do apologize for any incorrect ones we may have had out of the gate.
I was surprised to see a kid named Dieter in there. Dieter is a very, very ethnic German name, so that's always good to see.
So it should be an exciting game, Lec. Ohio State, they're going to be in the gray tops, red letters and numbers, black pants, red socks, white helmets.
Yeah.
Army will be in the, as we just saw, the black uniforms, black pants, gold letters and numbers, white helmets.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if the service academies make it 3 for 3. The Air Force won the third grade championship over Michigan State. Then Army won the fourth grade championship over Michigan. Now in the fifth grade, for the fifth grade championship, we have Army versus Ohio State, and I'm anxiously waiting to see who will be playing for the sixth grade championship. But nevertheless, it's been an exciting afternoon of football so far, as several hundred fans here in Fishers have gotten a look at the future of football in this community. A lot of these kids aspire to play a few years from now at Fishers or Hamilton Southeastern. So definitely really excited to see, how this game will play out. So anyway, we got now the captains for the teams at the center of the field now for the coin toss. And now we've got the teams entering through these, I don't even know how you call them, but those are these paper banners that the team runs through.
And by the way, Joe McPeak and Neil Pruitt, they coached against each other in the championship game last year, we found out.
Yes, they got a healthy rivalry going here. So definitely, excited about this game. And I'll tell you, Rob, the rosters of the first two teams, the first two games, we didn't have any. We never had more than 14 players on a roster. Now, these teams here, they have about 16 guys per roster. So it's good to see the size of the teams getting bigger. So now Ohio State about to open the game with a kickoff. Again, obviously we're going to have a lot of guys multitasking today since these are not, full-size teams. We play 8-minute quarters here in Little League ball. $3:13 your time of day. These games take about an hour to get through. We were playing with only 5-minute half times.
Yeah, and so let's see here. Both teams now out on the field. And the Army squad will be receiving the kick.
So back deep to receive now for the for Army. Let's see, we have Joe Cyrus. So in the third grade game, of course, and now one thing nice, we're up to the fifth grade, no coaches on the field. In the third and fourth grade teams, the coaches are actually on the field with the team during the game. So I'm sure that when these kids get up to fifth grade and they don't have the coach on the field with them anymore during play, they must feel like they've become men. So mid-level kick, it's fielded on a hop at about the 34, about to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, stays on his feet past the 35 up to about the 33. So excellent return there to start the game by Joe Cyrus of Army.
Yeah, nice job there by, as you said, number 10, Joe Cyrus, and it'll be great position for Army as they start here on the 30. They're going to put it ultimately down there at the 34-yard line, in between 33 and 34, so a perfect beginning here for Army.
Yes, indeed, and it's great to see the kids. They actually have their numbers on the back of their jerseys, because a lot of high school teams don't even have that. So it's good to see the Little League kids do. So now the three running backs here, pitch back there to Nick Farah. He gets up the middle for about 5.
Braden Myers is the quarterback for Army.
So now Myers lines up. He has one running back to each side and one behind him. Now he hands off to Farah again, who's up the middle for about 3 or 4 more. He's going to be short of a first down. Bringing up 3rd and short. So now handoff this time over to Jake Pruitt, who takes it over to the left side, but he runs out of room, and he's going to be brought down 2 yards short of the first down.
Just a little pitch there, left side. He was able to cut it back, get some positive yardage out of it, but now it's going to bring up a 3rd down opportunity, or 4th down opportunity, here for Army on their first drive of the ball game. They've only had the ball for, it seems like they just moved very quick. They've only had the ball for 1:15.
Yeah, no passes. They've stayed in bounce on every play. So that, as we learned from the 4th grade game, that's a key ingredient to a fast game. So now Pruitt takes over to the right side, and he does pick up the first down. He gets inside the 20 and brought down about the 18 or maybe 17.
Nice job by Pruitt that time, as he let his blocker get ahead of him, actually put his hand on him to move him forward, cut back, and was able to get the first down.
Yeah, so Service Academy threatening to go 3 for 3 here, and it's unknown at this time, at least to me, whether there will be a Service Academy team in the 6th grade game, but we'll find out in about an hour. Moving right along here, a very efficiently run event here at Hamilton Southeastern High School in Fishers. So now, same formation there, hands off to Farah, who gets up the middle for just about 1 or 2. They were ready for him that time.
Yeah, they were really ready to go, and they pushed him back. Nice job by Ohio State getting a good interior movement there, and it'll bring up 2nd down from the 17-yard line.
Yes, and so the Black Knights now, we just had Myers looking to the sideline for instructions. Turns back in, the team breaks huddle now. So now they line up with the wide receiver, I believe, for the first time. Cyrus is out to the right. Then he has 2 running backs with him. He's in shotgun. Now he hands off there to, could not tell who that was, but he works his way up to, he gets inside the 10. We got a scrum there, and so it's going to be a yard or 2 shy of the first down.
Yeah, going to be very close, but like you said, just going to come up a little bit short. It's now going to bring up a big 3rd down opportunity. Good job by Army continuing to push the pile forward.
Yeah, and one thing that struck me the most about the 3 games we've seen now, counting this one, is we've seen excellent teamwork. These kids clearly have gotten accustomed to playing together and working together. So now handoff there to Cyrus, who gets up the middle. He's got the first down and more up to about the 5. So that'll bring up 1st and goal for the Black Knights, first drive of the game. Well, this is largely history repeating itself, because the first Army got in the 4th grade game, Army got the ball first, and they had a very long, methodical drive that produced a touchdown, which ended up being the only score of the game combined with the 2-point conversion. And so now maybe Army will do the same here. So now handoff once again to Farah, and this time, we got another scrum where he gets maybe 1 or 2 more yards.
Ran into a wall there, Lec, but again, Army's done a nice job of pushing the pile forward after those initial contacts.
Yes, that's right. So we're 2nd down and goal. Mark it at the 5. I thought he'd get a little bit more yardage than that, but nevertheless, things are going well so far for Army on this first drive. They've already used, and now we've got the clock stopped. I'm not sure what the issue is. Stopped with 3:59 to go. Yeah, my father just texted me a picture of the airplane race. Looks pretty sharp. No, it's a video. So
yeah, we were commenting in the third grade game what a great day this is for sports. Like you've
Yeah.
got the Ryder Cup going on, NFL. The Colts played earlier today, last day of Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And then locally here, of course, you got the big race going on today.
Yep, that's right. And like I said, also Vin Scully's last game. And now you got, who is that? Jake Pruitt takes the snap, and he gets all the way down to about the 1. I think he's just going to be just short of the end zone. Well, I'll be watching when I get home tonight to see if they have Vin Scully's farewell broadcast online. You know, I'm sure that there'll be a few tears shed, you know, when he says his final goodbye. I definitely will be listening, though. Definitely, you know, one of my great role models in sports commentary. So now back to action here. We've got Braden Myers, the quarterback. He hands off to Shaw, who's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, nice job that time. Shaw just a little bit of a delay and then went forward and went in basically untouched to the end zone. Perfect drive for Army. Used up almost 5 minutes of clock and ultimately got a big 6 points.
So 3:12 to go here in the first quarter. So Army used more than half of the first quarter there on that opening drive. And now let's see what they do as far as see what they're going to do for the conversion. I believe they are going to go for the 2. So now they line up Cyrus, wide receiver, out to the left. They've got Farah and Pruitt at running back. Now, see, I couldn't tell who got it, but he's brought down well short of the end zone. So 2-point conversion fails, and Army leads the game by a score of 6-0. Now they will kick off, and Ohio State will get the ball for the first time. So let's see. So Nick Fry, I apologize for mispronouncing his name.
That's the last mistake you get to make today, man. You're out if anything else happens.
Yeah, yes, I apologize to his family if they're listening. But anyway,
so Army will kick it off. It'll be number 50, Micah Derer.
Yep, that's right. So now let's see I'm trying to see who's back deep to receive for the Buckeyes. Unfortunately, they're standing sideways toward us, so it's hard for us to see their numbers. But anyway, we will let you know when we find out. Well, the back deep guys are standing around the 33 and 34. I'm not anticipating, and it's just a little more than an onside kick fielded just beyond the 50. And
Hog tied him up there. That was 33. Jake Pruitt getting down there and threw him to the ground.
Yeah. It's now timeout Buckeyes. Very early in the game to take a timeout, and an unusual situation as well. So I'm not sure what the issue is. It looks like we got it looks like we have the Ohio State coach now on the field in the huddle. So, yeah, we see that, the coaches, even though they're not on field during play, they are huddling with their kids. So, it's good to see that the sideline's not looking so bare. I remember one of the teams we commented earlier, they had only 12 players, so that means at any given time there was only one guy standing there on the sideline all alone. So, it'd be very lonely to be a reserve on that team. And, of course, the one good thing about it is, if you're getting ready to start a play and then you see nobody's on the sideline, you got 12 men on the field, so somebody better get off. It's a very pleasant afternoon, very cloudy, but it doesn't look like we're going to have any rain at all. The temperature now 64 degrees here in Fishers. We have the window open here in the press box, a nice breeze blowing in.
Well, the USA, we'll give you a little update here for those of you watching on the live feed for your Ryder Cup update here in just a second. USA leads 9.5 to 6.5. USA needs 5 points to get the cup.
Yeah.
got
So a nice run. First play from scrimmage from the Buckeyes. They get a gain of about 10 yards there. Who was that there on the carry? I did not catch it, but he got about 10 yards there, though. So 2:53 to go here in the first quarter. Ohio State has the ball for the first time. Army scored a touchdown on their first possession and then failed on the two-point conversion attempt. So now, handoff there. This time he's stuffed for a gain of just about 1, bringing up 2nd and long. And
I believe that was, I didn't see who got the carry that time. Quarterback is Noah McPeak for Ohio State, number 28.
I'll tell you, Rob, Ohio State does not have a good color scheme.
Some of them are tough.
Yeah. And, Western Boone, who I commentated a couple of weeks ago against Tri-West, they have a very similar color scheme to this. I had a very hard time reading their jerseys as well. So now, 2nd and 9 here. Handoff there to
was number 10, Isaiah Giles.
Yeah, so he's going to be. He only got a 1 or 2 yards, so it looks like we're going to have about 8 yards to go there. 3rd and 8. So crucial 3rd down for the Buckeyes. If they do not get a first down here, then Army will get the ball with a chance to take a 2-possession lead. And keep in mind that the Black Knights ran more than half of the first quarter on their opening drive of the game, scoring a touchdown in the process. So now one receiver, now pitch back there to the running back, and he's going to be brought down at about the 42 or 43. We do have a flag, though.
Yeah, flag flies in late, and that's usually in the area of a hold, but we will see. Yeah, Army signaling that it's against Ohio State and to push them back. So we assume that that's what the call will be. Minute 26 left to go in the first quarter here. Rob Kendall and Lec Zorn bringing you the 5th grade championship, Fishers HSE Youth Football here on audiosportsonline.com. Don't forget, if you miss any part of the live broadcast today, we're going to have the archive podcast up for you tomorrow. You can go back and listen anytime you want.
So, 3rd and long for the Buckeyes. So now, fakes the handoff to one running back, gives it to another, but he's going to be brought down right at the 50. So, after getting one first down, the Buckeyes stall, and looks like they are going for it, though. But then again, though, since they have so few reserves, maybe they have the same offensive unit. Maybe the offensive unit is the same personnel as the punting unit. And now we got a soccer ball onto the field here. And I think the referee's giving a good talking to the young man who did it. Fortunately, it did not interfere with the play. And by the way, there are on one of the behind one of the end zones here at Hamilton Southeastern, there actually are bleachers. So now a handoff. He's got, he could get the first down after all. He's going to be out a yard short, but he made a good effort. I believe that was, Jason Johnson for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, nice job there, just heading right around left end and had plenty of room to go and very close to the first down, even though, as you said, like he may be about a half a yard short, and it'll bring up a second down.
Indeed, yes.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was 4th down, so it'll be first down for Army, turnover on down, so that half yard ended up being very crucial.
Yes, it did. And, of course, the Army, in the 4th grade Army, they survived a whole barrage of penalties, especially in the second half, and still end up pulling out a win. So definitely, this Army trying not to get as many penalties. So they line up now, quarterback once again, Brandon Myers. He has Nick Farrar to the left and Jake Pruitt to the right. And that's the end of the quarter. So we head to the second quarter here in the 5th grade championship game at Hamilton Southeastern High School. with the Army Black Knights on top of the Ohio State Buckeyes 6-0. Nick Farrar having scored a touchdown on a rush for the Black Knights, and the 2-point conversion having failed.
Now, they will switch into the field. In the first two games, they did not at the quarter break. But here it looks like they will switch ends.
Yeah, interesting to see the real progression with each grade. But anyway, hope you all will get out here to Hamilton Southeastern for the next two Friday nights. This Friday night, the Hamilton Southeastern Royals, currently ranked number 8th in the state, will face Waubonsee Valley from Illinois, and then a week from Friday they will face the currently 6th-ranked Brownsburg Bulldogs, undefeated still. That will be senior day for Hamilton Southeastern, and this has certainly been a banner senior class for the Royals. And then hopefully hopefully they'll have 5 playoff games beyond that, culminating with a date for the state championship on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. But we shall see. Certainly a lot of football still to be played this season. 8 minutes to go now we're starting these are 8-minute quarters, so we're starting the second quarter now with Army having the ball and leading 6-0. Now Myers takes it himself over to the right on the keeper and goes as far as he can to the right, then finally goes up forward for a yard or two.
One of the things that we've seen in all these games at all the levels so far is how well these kids close defensively. And you see the great defense, obviously, that Scott May has with Hamilton Southeastern, and Fisher's very talented as well. You see where that starts at is right here. These kids do a great job of closing and making tackles.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, it's hard to believe now, you go back, I guess it just seems like yesterday when Fishers started the football program, when Fishers High School reopened in 2006, and to think that, at that time, these high school kids were about this age, the current high school kids were about this age playing in, youth football leagues like this, and now, they're, contending for the state championship every year. So now a pass of the game down, and it's complete out to the 50, 45, one man to beat, 35, 30, 25, 10, 50, and now he's into the end zone for a touchdown. That's Joe Cyrus there. And the Black Knights have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice job there. He got out in the flat, got behind a couple of defenders, and then it was just a foot race to the end zone, and Cyrus able to win it for the Army squad, who now leads it by a score of 12-0 with 6:55 left to play in the first half.
Yes, indeed. So excellent start to the game for Army. They're threatening to make it 3 for 3 for the service academies today. Air Force having won the 3rd grade championship, followed by Army with the 4th grade championship. So now another 2-point conversion coming up. Looks like they're going to try to make up for the one they missed earlier. So now they line up with Cyrus to the left. And now the quarterback keeper takes it over to the left side, and he's going to take it in himself. So they take that 14-0 lead. That was Jake Pruitt there on the 2-point conversion. And now I shouldn't say because I'm sure there's some Ohio State fans listening as well. But anyway, Army now leads 14-0.
Yeah, 14-0, and a nice job that time just to sprint to the corner of the end zone. And Army won the contest, and now they lead at 14-0 with 6:55 left to go in the first quarter or first half of action.
Yes. Yeah, you see, I'm not accustomed to commentating when I'm not a homer. So anyway, 6:55 to go here in the second quarter of the 5th grade championship game. Now we got an airplane flying very, very low ahead of us. Looks like what kind of plane is that, Rob, up there?
It's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't figure out what kind it was, but it's appropriate today. My dad actually is out at the airplane race today, just sent me a little video of it. I'm going to have to check it out when I have time, maybe at halftime. But anyway, I would be out there right now if I weren't here right now, so. But I'd rather be here, so. Great to commentate football anytime, and it's my first time ever commentating a youth league like this, so And now an onside kick, but it takes a long bounce, and it's downed at the 35 by Ohio State. So the Buckeyes trailing by 2 possessions. Take over, trying to get something going. They got 1 first down on their opening possession, then stalled.
Well, this will be an interesting drive for Ohio State here. Now down 2 scores. Like they obviously want to try to get back into this ball game with that high-powered Army offense. It may be tough if they get down much more.
Yeah, but check out number 99 there on the sideline. He looks like really big for a 5th grader. So anyway, so now breaks the tackle there and takes it up to about the 38. So I think he's going to get 3 or 4 yards there. But yeah, that's Brady Blay there for the Black Knights there, standing on the sideline. So it looks like if he keeps scoring at his current pace, he'll probably be about 6'5", 350 pounds when he's in high school, and be a very big part of the Fishers or Hamilton Southeastern team. So second down now, handoff. He's got some room this time, and he's got I believe the first down by about half a yard. He's right at the 45 there. Again, hard to decipher the numbers on the Ohio State uniforms. Ohio State is wearing gray jerseys and red letters. Not the best color scheme. There's not enough contrast there. Army's much better. They're, dark brown jerseys and yellow lettering. So now with a reverse wishbone, got a handoff there. He takes it up for about 2 yards there. And let's see, that is Jason Johnson there for Ohio State. He wears number 18.
And a little bit unusual, as we said, well, not unusual, but different than what we've had in the first couple games. The coaches are not on the field in 5th and 6th grade with the players, so the quarterback for Ohio State, number 28, Noah McPeak, has to run over to his coach to get the play each time.
Yeah. So it is interesting seeing the evolution from grade to grade, both in size and in the different rules. This time they got something close to the first down there.
Flag flies, though. In the area of a hold, it's going to be moving Ohio State back.
I'll tell you, if the 4th grade Army team, that's got to be, they must have set a record for penalties in a quarter. It seemed like they had about 4 or 5 in a row in the 3rd quarter of that game, but still held on for the 8-0 win. So 4:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's going to move them all the way back to the 37-yard line, thereabout.
Yeah. So definitely it's been a penalty-riddled afternoon here at Hamilton Southeastern. But, that's why you play Little League ball. You got to get, your kids ready for high school ball. And part of, this is part of the learning process.
Yeah, and it was interesting hearing these statistics during the trophy presentations. More than 800 kids are involved in the youth football program. So that's amazing.
It is, yeah. So they're going to, have, a huge pool of talent to choose from. And now he's brought down on a reverse. Excellent job by Army being ready for it. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about, oh my God, it's going to be about 3rd and 25.
Number 18, Owen Cantwell. Sorry.
We have a very astute PA announcer here tonight who's correcting us on all the pronunciations of the names.
We've got the handwritten lineup for Army, so it was not Thomas Jefferson there that transcribed this one.
This is, in my 5 years of commentary, this is the most help I've ever gotten from anybody in the booth.
Yeah,
so.
They're great. They're great. They point out all of our mistakes.
Yep.
So nice job that time, coming off the end. And it'll come to the far side of the field this time. Still going. Nice job keeping the legs moving.
He got about 8 yards, but he's going to be far short of the first down here. So Ohio State in danger of this one slipping away here in the first half. 3:08 to go here in the second quarter. They trail by 14. It's 4th and 16. So let's see what they do here. So one of the officials is now there with the huddle. I'm not sure what was going on there with the conversation, but anyway. 2:43 to go and counting. Army leads 14-0 over Ohio State. This is the 5th grade championship game. The third of our 4th games today here on AudioSportsOnline.com. So now a pitch back. They're going for it. He breaks tackle at the 45, at the 45-50. He could get the first. He's past the 50, and he's just a yard short of the first. So that was a heck of an effort there. He gained 15 yards, but he needed 16. So Army will take over downs. 2:13 to go here in the second quarter, and the Black Knights with a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, that was number 10, Isaiah Giles, with the run that time. Lowered the shoulder, tried very hard to get that yardage necessary, but unfortunately for him, came up just 1 yard short. So 2 minutes and 1 second left to go in the first half, as it is still a 14-0 game in favor of Army. There's a run forward.
So now he's stopped at the 49s, a gain of about 3 there by Farah, who scored the first of the 2 Army touchdowns. So now Joe Cyrus lines up wide receiver to the right. He scored a touchdown on a huge reception earlier on. So now got a rush there on over to the right side there, and he's got a hole, and he could go all the way. Yes, he will. Amazing run there, making something out of nothing by Jake Pruitt. It looked like it was going to be just a routine play, and he just found a couple of holes, and he was gone.
Well, that's multiple times now here today in this game already that looked like Army, was going to be hemmed in or wrapped up, and their running backs have just done an excellent job of getting into the open holes and making big yardage.
Yeah, so now 20-0 with the conversion pending, and the Buckeyes feeling this one slipping away already. We're not even to the half yet. And a note from the NFL, Cam Newton has been taken to the locker room to be evaluated for a concussion, replaced by Derek Anderson. I didn't realize Derek Anderson was still in the league. Maybe it's a different Derek Anderson, I'm not sure. But anyway, hopefully that turns out not to be serious. Concussions, we've just learned in the last few years, are a lot more serious than people realized. But now on the 2-point conversion attempt, we got a sack there on Myers. Nevertheless, Army still with a 20-0 lead. 1:16 to go here in the second quarter at Hamilton Southeastern.
Yeah, nice job by the Buckeyes that time. They saw the play develop, got in there real quick, made the hit, took him down, and it'll be kickoff coming up for Army.
Yes, indeed. And it's a definitely been an exciting afternoon of football here. And like you said, over 800 kids in this league, so, they're going to be able to really pick the cream of the crop. Sometimes when I commentate smaller schools, you see maybe, a few guys who are really, varsity caliber players, but they have to fill in, they basically have to take everybody who tries out just to fill space. And you have a lot of guys who really aren't very good. And, but when you have this many kids in your youth footballs, program, you can pick, basically you're going to have everybody on the team who, deserving to be on a varsity squad. And so, it's a good way to have a consistent top 10 program. And, one thing, sometimes, kids, they end up moving out of the district to smaller schools just so they'll get to play more often. But anyway, the short kickoff fielded at the 41, brought to the 45. Oh, he's got a hold the right side. He could go all the way. Yes, he will. So a huge break for Ohio State. That's about a 59-yard touchdown return by Dieter Ham. And, boy, that's the kind of play they needed because they hadn't gotten anything going all game.
And that was how you draw it up on a short kick, my friend.
Yeah.
Catch it and just start running.
I think the thing is, when you do a kick like that, the kicking team is so accustomed to short returns that they're just not prepared for it when a guy takes off like that. So now Ohio State finally threatening to get back in this game. They really needed that. They did not want to go into halftime in a 3-possession hole. But yeah, Dieter Ham definitely the a highlight of the game so far for Ohio State. Well, traffic alert says long backup on I-69 northbound. Well, I'm going to be leaving I-69 southbound, so it doesn't affect me, thankfully. I've had enough traffic problems lately. So now, 2-point conversion attempt. Now we got a quarterback keeper, but he's going to be brought down far short of the goal line. So 1:05 to go here in the second quarter, and Ohio State, having just scored, they still trail Army 20-6 here on audiosportsonline.com. We're bringing you all 4 of the championship games here in the Hamilton Southeastern Fishers Youth League, and we're now about 5/8 of the way through the broadcast here. Quick recap of what's happened so far. Air Force won the third grade championship, beating Michigan State 23-7, followed by Army beating Michigan 8-0 for the fourth grade championship. Now Army's threatening to make it 3 for 3 for the service academies and 2 for 2 for Army. They lead 26 here in the second quarter. Like I said, Hamilton Southeastern closes out the regular season with home games the next 2 Friday nights. Wabanese Valley from Illinois, and now we got an onside kick that's fielded at the, and now he thinks about kneeling, but then he decides to go up, and he stopped at about the 50 after a gain of just 2 yards. He started to kneel, and then I think he had that vision of what Ham just did for Ohio State, and wanted to do it himself, but Ohio State was right on top of it. .347 your time of day now. So the Black Knights break huddle here. 59.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. We have Joe Cyrus lined up as the wide receiver to the right. Then we have Jake Pruitt and Nick Perra, the running back. So we got a flag here. The play whistle dead. We're coming to you live from Reynolds Royal Stadium on the campus of Hamilton Southeastern High School. And we've got a very exciting event here for you today. This is something we do annually here on audiosportsonline.com. This is the first time I've had the privilege of being involved. This is the Fishers Hamilton Southeastern Football Championships. And so now got a handoff there to Farah, but he's brought down at about the line of scrimmage. They might give him forward progress up for 1 yard.
And Army not in a huge hurry here, it looks like.
Now, with the 2-touchdown lead, they'll be content to take that into halftime. I usually say take it into the locker room, but they don't do locker rooms here for these youth events. So now pitch back to he's got some room on the left side, breaks a tackle, and now he's got the first down and more, past the 40 out to the 37. So the clock will stop to move the chains, 12.8 seconds to go, so maybe they'll take a timeout here. I think they still have all 3 timeouts. That was was that 13? No, 33, I'm sorry. Jake Pruitt, who's had several big runs today. So they will stop the clock to move.
Yeah, now they will spend a timeout.
Yeah, this close, you might as well, take a shot at the end zone. Oh, and by the way, another reason to do it to try to get the score. Ohio State gets the ball to start off the second half, so since Ohio State gets the ball, if Army does not score in the remainder of this quarter, then that means Ohio State could make it a one-possession lead to start off the second half, and Army trying to maintain at least a two-possession lead here. As we hear Def Leppard again, we've heard him several times today already. There's a school in Arkansas. The Arkansas School for the Deaf is actually called the Leopards, and I assumed that they were named after the rock group, but it turns out that they have been using that name since the late 1930s, about 40 years before the rock group formed. But, yeah, Def Leppard, definitely the number one band in music in my high school years. So now, one receiver to the right, two running backs. Farah gets it, now hands off to Cyrus. Cyrus has room on the left side. He could go all the way, 20, and he cuts inside. Now one man to beat, brought down at the 5, 6/10 of a second left. And now I assume that Army will take the timeout. They will stop the clock to move the chains. But now all of a sudden, Army threatening to take that three-possession lead. Cyrus having an outstanding game. So it looks like the Black Knights have a chance to get a three-possession lead, which would largely put it away. Because remember, we only have 8-minute quarters here in Little League ball. So now the coaches, and that's one different. At least during the timeout, at least during the timeouts, we have the coaches actually in on the huddles. So now the Buckeyes line up. One play left, trying to take that three-possession lead. They have no wide receivers in the game. They have Jake Pruitt and Nick Farah. And now Cyrus is lining up to the right as a wide receiver. And then they have Jake Pruitt and Nick Farah in the backfield. Brandon Myers in shotgun. The ball is marked, I believe, at the 6. We await the snap now. Now direct snap to Pruitt. He takes it around. He's got it. Touchdown, Jake Pruitt. And there's that three-possession lead again. So an outstanding turn of events here for Army. It looked like they were content to run out the half, but then they got a first down up to the 37. Then an amazing run there by Cyrus that set him in position to score. And then finally direct snap to Jake Pruitt, who takes it all the way around the right side and just gets into the corner of the end zone. So they've already, and now the two-point conversion again. Myers into the end zone, and it is off. It is incomplete. So the intended receiver there was Landon Schnippel, good German name there. So anyway, we go to halftime here at Hamilton Southeastern with the Army Black Knights apparently on their way to the 5th grade championship. They lead the Ohio State Buckeyes 26-6.
right, Rob Kendall along with Lec Zorn coming to you from Hamilton Southeastern High School. 5th grade championship game for the HSC, Fishers HSC Youth Football Championships. It's 26-6. Army leading Ohio State at the half. Lec, it was a big momentum boost for Army getting that score as they'll kick off.
Yeah, and it was the timing was ironic because Ohio State had just gone down 20-0. Then they had that huge kickoff return for a touchdown, and it looked like they were getting back in it. But then when it looked like Army was about to be content with a 2-touchdown lead going into the locker room, they turned it on and got a couple of big plays and got another touchdown to get the 3-possession lead back. So now a fumble on the kickoff, but Ohio State got it.
Yeah, of course, Ohio State, their score came on a kickoff return.
Yeah, so their offense really has not done much at all today, and that's going to have to change if they're going to have any chance to win it. And keep in mind, only 8-minute quarters, so they only have 16 minutes to do it, to make up 3 touchdowns. And the way that this Army team functions on offense, that's a very tall order for the Buckeyes. But we shall see. So now the Buckeyes line up, get the first look at their offense of the second half. Pitch back there. And he's on the left side. He's got some room. He's got the first down and more. That's probably the biggest offensive play for Ohio State all game. They gained about 13 yards there. Moved the chains.
Yeah, it was a great job that time. Went right off left side, and very impressive opening play here for Ohio State.
Yeah, that Jason Johnson, he's a little guy. I mean, he's, I think he's the smallest guy on the team, but certainly got a lot of speed and good moves as well.
Yeah, it's very interesting to watch Ohio State here and see what they can do.
Oh, he's got a hole there. So they moved about 6 or 7 yards there, got up to about the 35. So Buckeyes, finally starting to show some signs of life on offense, but the question is now, is it too late?
Yeah, and as you said, impressive running so far from number 18, Jason Johnson. Very small, but very quick, able to move around along the line, find his holes. He's done a great job so far.
Yeah, the biggest problem for that Ohio State's going to have now, even if their offense is perfect the rest of the way, is containing the Army offense, who are not only very efficient, but they, keep the clock and the chains moving so much. They eat up a lot of the time. That time, there's a very vicious tackle there by number 50 for Army. That's Micah Derer. That's Derrer. Derer. And, sometimes when I commentate, if it's a word that's hard to say clearly, I just intentionally go slowly and emphasize my pronunciation. And that Derer is one of those names that I would do that with. So now the Buckeyes line up with 2 running backs. Pitch back there to Jason Johnson again. He's got something this time. He's got the first down and more. And he weaves his way past the 30 up to about the 29. So the Buckeyes move the chains again. I believe this is the best, the most sustained. I think this is the first time they've gotten 2 first downs on one possession the whole game. So anyway, the Buckeyes finally starting to show some signs of life on offense. And we've had consistent good crowds for each of these games, and in each case we've had about an equal number of teams on equal number of fans on each side of the bleachers here. Now pitch back to and I believe it's Johnson again. He gets a few yards after contact, gets up to about the 26. Bringing up second down and about 7. And Jason Johnson, well, we don't have the heights and weights listed of any of these kids, but he is the smallest guy out there, and but he's pretty tough to take those hits and keep on going.
Well, one thing for Ohio State to keep in mind, too, Lec, is if they can get in the end zone here, they're still only down 2 scores. This is a really important drive for them.
Yeah, and if they do get that touchdown, then the defense will really have to step up and contain the Army offense, which, has not happened all day. So Johnson, again, gets about 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and short, 4:14 to go.
Yeah, they need to get down to the 20. The ball's currently sitting, as you can see there, at about the 24.
Yeah, so Johnson with about, not sure what it is with the hockey horn there. I've never been to an NHL game, amazingly. Something on my list of things to do, I just haven't done it yet. Yeah, you ever been to an NHL game, Rob?
I've not. Used to go to the Indy Ice games when they were the AAA team quite a bit. But no, I've never been to an NHL game.
Okay. So, yeah, I haven't either.
And that's going to be a false start. Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to throw the flag there. There were a couple of Buckeyes there that were quick off the draw, and that'll move them back 5 yards.
I think when you grow up here in Indiana, and especially for me, since I grew up near Cincinnati in southeastern Indiana watching the Reds all the time, you just get so accustomed to going from baseball to football to basketball around in that circle every year. Hockey, it's easy to fall through the cracks.
Well, and the other thing, especially these days, is that TV is so great to watch sports on. That,
yeah.
You got to say, if you can sit at home and watch it for free, why would you pay all the money to go?
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, take that approach. I like to go in person when I can, but, the prices these days in major pro sports are just so much out of the price range of the common man.
Yeah, so, I mean, even as there's a pitch to the far side of the field.
Johnson's got some room here. He could.
So that's Isaiah Giles.
Okay. Sorry about that. But, yeah, you might have the first down. I couldn't tell from my vantage point, but let's see here.
Yeah, Isaiah Giles that time got the corner. Nice job there, cutting it to the near the far side of the field there, and it is enough for the first down as the official's going to put his foot right there at the 20-yard line. So a great job by Isaiah Giles that time with the run.
Yeah, Giles is 10, Johnson is 18. The 10.
It's a little hard to see, especially when you get over there on the far side of the field.
Yeah.
And they're both smaller guys, so makes it even harder to pick up that number. 2:56 left to go in the third now, as it is a 26-20 ball game. But Ohio State with a good sustained drive to begin the contest, to begin the half, I should say.
Yes. So now pitch back, and this time he's brought down for a loss.
Yeah, it was Giles again with the run.
Yeah, Giles looks like he's more of a little guy himself. But they certainly have a lot of speed there in that backfield between Johnson and Giles. So that'll bring up 2nd and 12 at the 22, 2:33 to go. You see, one thing, even if the Buckeyes score a touchdown here, I mean, they've used already almost 6 minutes on this opening drive, and there will be only 10, even if they get a touchdown now, they only have about 10 minutes left to make up 2 more scores, so time definitely a factor.
Yeah, and from Army's perspective, they're probably okay.
Oh, yeah.
With this amount of clock. Obviously, they want to keep them from scoring, but Army's probably okay with it because they're burning a lot of clock, but Ohio State's got to score to stay in it, so they're still moving forward. Again, it's Giles with the run. He's down inside the 20 to about the actually they'll put it right at the 20, so no gain on the play.
So basically it's like just, getting back the yards he lost on the last carry. So it'll bring up a very crucial 3rd and long for Ohio State. And if the Buckeyes do not score a touchdown on this possession, it's hard to think of any reasonable scenario by which they come back to win this game. And even so, even with the touchdown here, their margin of error is now very, very low.
Yeah, but again, they continue to fight hard. And remember, they did take the kickoff back for a score.
They did, yeah. So that's right.
Anything and everything can happen here in youth football.
Yes, it's definitely even more unpredictable than high school. So now a pitch back to Giles. He's got some room on the right side now. Past the 15, he stays up, gets almost to the first down, just about a yard short. So that'll bring up a very crucial 4th and short. And the clock now down to 1:05 here in the fourth quarter.
They've had the ball the whole quarter, haven't
yes,
they?
yes. So, yeah, even if they do score a touchdown now, I mean, they've used so much clock. Well,
but again, when you've got a game plan and you got a way of doing things,
yeah.
say what you want about the time it's taken,
Yeah.
but it has been successful.
It has been, yeah. Just, unfortunately for them, they were already in a 3-possession hole when it happened. So now, keeper there by the quarterback. He's got the first down.
Yeah, nice job. That was 28, Noah McPeak with the quarterback keeper that time, picking up the first down. So good effort by Ohio State. And you got to give these guys a lot of credit. They're down 3 scores, but they came out and they are sticking to their game plan as that ball's all the way down to the 8-yard line. First and goal now for the Buckeyes from the 8. And again, Army with the bend but don't break mentality here. They force them to use a whole lot of clock. And I'm sure that from their perspective, what are they doing with the ball?
Looks like
I think Ohio State's told them they're content to go to the quarter.
Wow.
So so we will switch ends. Ohio State keeps the ball for a whole quarter,
and it ain't over yet.
And is knocking on the door.
Yeah. Well, that was a good pass.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know who. Maybe one of those guys is supposed to be a former quarterback.
They haven't done it nearly as much this year, but I think last year those guys were passing the ball quite a bit in between games and stuff, and some of those guys got some arms.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to know who they are and what their football and history is. Because I mean, it was a good 35, 40-yard pass, and you got to have a decent arm to do that.
So Rob Kendall along with Lec Zorn here from Hamilton Southeastern High School, beautiful Reynolds Royal Stadium, IU Health Field. What a beautiful complex. As, of course, this tournament rotates year to year from Hamilton Southeastern and Fishers, so they'll be at Fishers next year. And but this year, back at Hamilton Southeastern. And it's been a great tournament so far. We're in our 5th grade game. We've got 1 quarter to go as Ohio State trails Army by a score of 26-6, but Ohio State knocking on the door as we begin the 4th period of the 5th grade game.
Yeah, it's been a great event now, and bonus for me has been all the 80s music. They got Whitesnake playing now, one of the iconic hits of the late 80s in the glory years of MTV, back when they still remembered what the M stands for.
Yeah, it is interesting, the evolution of MTV, right? I mean, do they even play music videos anymore?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't watched it in so many years, I really don't know anymore, but by the time I stopped, they, weren't doing a whole lot of it.
All right, so the ball's going to be spotted at about the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal for Ohio State, and 8 minutes left to go in this one. Ohio State definitely needing to score if they're going to have any chance of making a comeback here this afternoon against this very good Army team.
Yes, so now Ohio State, having used the entire 3rd quarter on this drive, they continue it to start the 4th here. First and goal, and they hand off. A guy nearly brought down, stays up, and gets now about to the line of scrimmage. I could not tell if that was Johnson or Giles. Giles, okay.
Yeah, and, give Army a whole lot of credit because they stayed at home that time off end. I think that was number 44 for Army that stayed home that time.
Yeah, Connor McNeff.
And he did a nice job. I don't think he ultimately made the tackle, but he got a hand on him, pushed him back, and then his teammates came up and made the hit. So a great job. That's what they teach you, especially in junior football, as the end position is stay at home. Now, that's one thing you see in the NFL, too. These guys rush down the line. They don't really stay at home. Nice job there by McNeff.
So now, well, the way Ohio State's going, they might end up using the entire half on this drive.
And I think Army would be okay with that, but
yeah,
give Ohio State some credit. It has worked. There's the pitch.
Back to Giles, a little short, but he pulled it in. But they're on top of him, and I think what's happening now is that Army has gotten so accustomed to Ohio State's game plan, they're now better at clamping down on it. So maybe the Buckeyes need to try something different, like maybe a pass.
And now Ohio State is going to spend a timeout. And I think one of the things that Army basically said is, hey, we can't get beat deep because 8 yards and they're across the goal line, so we're just going to keep everybody up there and really come down on the ball. And they've done a nice job so far in these first 2 possessions. Ohio State calling a timeout here at facing a 3rd and goal now with 6:44 left to go in the ball game.
Yes, and nevertheless, it's been, really it's interesting to watch here. We've almost 3/4 of the way through now. Still got the headline event, the 6th grade game to come in a few minutes. But it's been great watching the development of these kids, going from grade 3 to 4 to 5, and the way that each group of kids a little better, a little more skilled, and it's as a high school sports commentator, it's great to it's interesting for me to watch the evolution and see how the development looks from year to year up to the level where they're in grades 9 through 12, which is the level that I usually commentate. And like I said, I had forgotten from my years of being a kid. Of course, I have 2 kids, but when you see them every day, you don't really notice growth that much. But when you go from kids from 3rd to 4th to 5th grade, you really see how much bigger they are from year to year. And so 6:44 to go here in the 4th quarter. Army leading 26-6. Ohio State trying to cut into the game, trying to cut into the lead, but they've had a very effective but slow drive.
Yeah, 6:44 left to go. It's now 3rd down. Snap, pitch, Giles takes it to the far side of the field, cuts it back, and he's down to about the 3-yard line, maybe the 2. And I think what they told him that time is, out of that timeout, do not cut the ball back, go for the corner, because he's cut back into some tacklers the last couple times.
So they got it marked at the 2 now. So Ohio State, if they get a score here, 4th and goal at the 2, they will have a small glimpse of hope. I mean, it's very small, but at least it'll be there.
Yeah, we'll see what they can come up with here, as obviously 6 minutes now to go in the ball game. They've had the ball now for 10 minutes.
Yes.
And it all comes down to this one play, so we'll see.
3 running backs now. Handoff, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
So it took them 10 minutes and 9 seconds, but Ohio State got in for the score.
I believe that was Giles there on the run.
And at least momentarily, a little bit of life injected back into the ball game, as it is now a 26-12 contest.
So Ohio State's offense scores for the first time today. They previously scored on that kickoff return there by Dieter Ham. So now the 2-point conversion coming up. But the big drama is going to be on the upcoming onside kick. And if the Buckeyes do recover the onside kick, they will have to find a way to move the ball downfield faster than they did on that possession. So now with one receiver to each side, one running back. Quarterback takes the ball, fakes the handoff, looks himself, and he's almost sacked, and he finally is by 3 tacklers. So the 2-point conversion fails. Your score now, Army 26, Ohio State 12, 5:51 to go here in the 4th quarter. Onside kick coming up for the Buckeyes. If they get the onside kick, they'll have to hurry because they need 2 touchdowns. I'll tell you, these referees, they're doing a lot of passing and kicking to each other between plays, and they appear to have a lot of talent. They apparently are very high-level players. So the Buckeyes will be kicking off from the 40.
Hey, and I think with the Bears win today, they're out of last place because they got the tiebreaker against the Lions now.
All right.
So
they beat the Lions?
They did. They won 17-14. They tried to lose, but
oh, yeah.
hung on, and now we'll see what Ohio State elects to do here, as obviously if they don't get the ball back, they're going to definitely need to.
You know, occasionally I see a team line up for an onside kick with two different kickers, but let's see what the Buckeyes do. It's an onside kick, but not very well executed and easily recovered by Army. So that just about takes away any last hope that Ohio State had. You know, they will need, if they are going to win, they're going to need a quick turnover here, or at most a 3-and-out.
Well, definitely don't sell them out yet. They've fought hard all game and, of course, went right down there and scored. It did take them, 10-plus minutes, but they got the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, it was a very good drive. It's just, unfortunately, they didn't get a good offensive drive until they were already in a deep hole. But let's see what happens now. God, I'm trying to think who's on. It's been so long since the Army offense has been on the field. I don't remember who they have now. So now, okay, Myers gives it up to, I believe that's Farah, who's up for close to the first down. Yeah, I had to think because, it's been well over a quarter since we saw the Black Knights offense. So 5:42 to go and counting. They do move the chains. They did mark him for the first down.
Ball's all the way down to the 40, as you said, and again, that now plays into the hands of the Army squad because they'll just let more time wind off the clock here. And again, I'm sure their coaching staff has told those kids, put two hands on the football.
Oh, yeah. We got some movement there on the line, but he gets back in place, no flag thrown. Now a handoff there to Farah again. He gets it up about 6. So Army being very methodical. The clock ticking down now, 5:04 to go. The Black Knights very close to clinching this 5th grade championship here. But don't go away because we still have the 6th grade game to go. The headline attraction of this great event here. Well, just a week ago Friday, I did my first ever doubleheader, and tonight I've topped that with a quadruple header.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been busy.
Yeah, so definitely this has been a great event. I've had a great season so far, and this is a great event today. Hope to be back next year. And Farah gets it, and he's going to be very close to the first down. I think he has it. Farah, very tough kid. He has quite a few yards after contact tonight, and yeah, they do move the chains again. So 4:24 to go now with the clock stopped temporarily. And first and 10 at the 26. So the Knights can take their sweet time. And, they very well could run out the rest of the clock, or at least a big chunk of it. The main thing right now is just be very conservative. Don't do anything fancy. It's yours to lose. So 3:57 to go and counting here. And
nice job by Ohio State that time, collapsing there off the left end. They just really clamped down there, including, I believe that was either 55 or 56. It's hard to 56, I think, which is Justin Malave. It's just hard to see those numbers across the field there.
Yeah, Ohio State is a pretty bad color scheme. For
Ethan Wilson, too, over there as well, 55, so we'll give both of those kids credit. Nice job, again, grinding forward by the Army squad.
It's third down now. It'll be about third down and 4.
This clock's inside of 3 minutes here. Sustained drive by the Irish, which is exactly what they were looking for.
Farah certainly seems to have a future in football. And, definitely, be looking for him in about 6 years.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing about all this is that Rick Wimmer and Scott May are looking at these kids trying to figure out where we find these kids and find out where they live. Find out who's playing for them,
Yeah, you check out and see which district they're in.
Because, a couple streets over either way could make a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe talking to those kids' parents going, there's a nicer area of Fishers.
So, Farah now got the first down and more. Plows his way up to about the 10 or 11. So 2:10 to go now. Looks like the Army pretty well has this wrapped up.
Yeah, they could just basically kneel this one away, actually, if they wanted to, based on the time, as obviously I was going to say the Royals. They're all either Royals or Tigers eventually, but the Army squad really has done a nice job on this drive.
Oh, yeah. And now, a note from the NFL, Julio Jones of the Falcons records the 6th 300-yard receiving game in NFL history.
That's a lot of yards, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to see the highlight reel of that. So 1:42 to go now, and counting. Army closing in on the 5th grade championship. Hand off to Farah again. This time he's up for about 1 or 2. 1:30 to go.
Yeah, and you got to give Ohio State again credit. They're going to come out on the short end of the score here today, but they have fought really hard. They've tackled really well, and just ran into a very good Army team with a lot of different options and just a lot of talented players.
Yeah, they certainly have played. Ohio State really they played very well in the second half. I mean, they didn't have as much talent as Army, but they executed that drive extremely well over the third and fourth quarters. And if they had played like that the whole game, it might be neck and neck at this point. But anyway, under a minute now, and now they give it to Farah again, and he's brought down. He might have gained a couple.
There was some confusion in the backfield that time. The quarterback handed the ball to the right side of the line, and Farah was going to the left. And I think that the delay allowed Ohio State to get in the backfield back there.
And that could be.
Yeah, go ahead, Lec.
Oh, that could be the last play of the game. 24 seconds and counting now. The ball has been set. I don't know what the play clock is. Yeah, they're walking toward the coach now. 15 seconds. It looks like they're just going to let it run out. And so Army wins the 5th grade championship with a 26-12 victory over Ohio State. It was a game in which Army dominated early and often in the first half. Ohio State got back on track in the second half, but it was too late, and Army does a great job milking out the clock.
Yeah, nice job there, Lec, as you said. Just a really well-executed game by Army, and then even defensively, they did let Ohio State get in the end zone in the second half, but it took them 10 minutes to do it, and that was more than enough.
And one thing, this is odd. This is a first for me as a commentator. In the second half, each team had the ball only once.
Yeah, you're right. And had the clock not run out, Army could have kept it for another 2-3 minutes.
Oh yeah. So now the handshake line there, and the service academies now 3-0 today, and I'm not sure if they're going to have a service academy in the 6th grade game, but certainly seen a lot of great rising young stars here in Hamilton County who we'll be looking for in a few years for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals and the Fishers Tigers. And it's great to see him get this chance to play here at Reynolds Royal Stadium, where hopefully, a lot of them will be playing their high school ball on Friday nights in just a few years. And we've had really good attendance for all the games, and hopefully we'll have some more people file in for the 6th grade game in a few minutes.
I was just going to say we'll have our trophy presentations here in just a minute, so we're going to go ahead and keep the stream on for you and let you enjoy that, and then we'll have our 6th grade game coming up. Lec, your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, Army came out aggressive. They were fundamentally sound. They made extremely few mistakes. And I'll tell you, I think to me the turning point was when Ohio State when they scored the touchdown on that kickoff return, and because there was only about a minute left in the second quarter, you just thought that Army would would be content with a 14-point halftime lead. But then in less than a minute, they just drove down extremely aggressively, got that touchdown on the last play of the half, and that really put Ohio State in too deep a hole to climb out of. So you got to give all the credit to Army, not only for executing well, but for their aggressiveness and just taking charge of the game. And it's a very well-earned championship. And Ohio State certainly made a good effort, but Army was the better team today.
All right. Well, again, Army takes it 26-12. We will leave the microphone on and the camera on. Let you enjoy the trophy presentation.
In 1999, Jim Weircheck was among several dedicated and devoted parents and leaders who started the Fishers HSE Youth Football League. Jim was the football board president for its first 2 years of operation. Presently serving approximately 800 boys and girls from kindergarten through 6th grade, the league started with 250 players. Among them was Jim's son, Michael. The league was founded upon a mission to encourage physical and mental growth through keen competition, to emphasize good citizenship and scholastic achievement, and to nurture good sportsmanship through a sense of fair play. Michael Weircheck exemplified the league's core values of character, teamwork, determination, and sportsmanship during his years as a player and throughout his life. In August of 2011, Michael Weircheck's life ended tragically. He was 21 years old. To honor Michael's memory and the contributions of the Weircheck family, the Fishers HSE Youth Football League proudly established the Michael Weircheck Sportsmanship Award. This award is given annually to recognize one team in each recreational tackle league that demonstrates exceptional character, teamwork, determination, and sportsmanship in the manner of Michael Weircheck. Jim Weircheck is not able to join us today as he is in the hospital. His wife Donna, his daughter Megan, their son Matthew, and their grandchildren are here to present this year's Michael Weircheck Sportsmanship Award to the 5th grade Oregon Ducks. Number 6, Rylan Hastings. Number 7, Mikey Hilfiger. Number 10, Gavin Papandrea. Number 12, Reed Hatchett. Number 18, Sikia Vogel. Number 28, Brody Carlson. Number 30, Drake Weber. Number 33, Schaefer Doan. Number 40, Tyler Ray. Number 43, Gavin Kuzinski. Number 44, Sam Latimer. Number 48, Rondo Turner. Number 50, Ben Weaver. Number 56, Eli Carlson. Number 80, Brady Wolf. And number 99, Grayson Bentner. Oregon is coached by Mike Weaver, Mike Hilfiger, and Chris Papandrea. Congratulations, Oregon Ducks, on the Michael Weircheck Sportsmanship Award. We'll now recognize your 5th grade runner-up Ohio State Buckeyes. The cheerleaders are coached by Molly Rose Trent, cheerleaders are Ella Bradley, Piper Wood, Kenna Balance, Piper Sinoski, Kyla Cooper. Lucy Clenenden, Ava Tester, and Emery Tester. Your fifth grade Ohio State Buckeyes, number 6, Anthony Harris. Number 7, Leo Morrow. Number 10, Isaiah Giles. Number 12, Elon Savage. Number 18, Jason Johnson. Number 28, Noah McPeak. Number 33, Parker Purdue. Number 40, Brett Bizak. Number 43, Dieter Ham. Number 44, Jack Brown. Number 48, Ty Linzer. Number 55, Ethan Wilson. Number 56, Justin Millay. Number 80, Jack Osecki. Number 90, Cooper Gordon. And number 99, Pierce Machette. Ohio State is coached by Joe McPeak, Ryan Purdue, Phil Savage, and Ben Wilson. Congratulations, Buckeyes. And now for your 5th grade champions, the Army Black Knights. Your 5th grade cheerleaders are coached by Malaysia Nicholson. Cheerleaders are Ava Deering, Lucy Deering, Emma Deering, Addison Powell, Ellie Kate Stafford, Sophia Farah, Greta Schnippel, Maddie Vetter, and Audrey McAllister. Now for your Army Black Knight players. Number 7, Braden Myers. Number 10, Joe Cyrus. Number 12, Landon Schnippel. Number 18, Owen Cantwell. 28, Sam Anderson. Number 30, Zach Bricker. Number 33, Jake Pruitt. Number 43, Nick Farah. Number 44, Connor McNeff. Number 48, Peyton Warner. Number 50, Mike Adair. Number 51, Yash Shaw. Number 56, Zach Lang. Number 58, Aristotle Green. Number 80, Ben Kruer. Number 99, Brady Blay. That's your coach by Neil Pruitt and Jason Myers. Congratulations to your 5th grade champions, the Army Black Knights.